Now next, what we're going to do is to insert our measurements to these lines accordingly. So first of all, we're going to begin with the waist, from the waistline. So for the waistline, remember our waist measurement was 34. So when we get 34, divide by 4, giving us 8.5. So I come to add points here. I mark outwards, then I right click, then I type 8.5, I press enter to complete the process, and it has added that point. Now that is our inches. Then remember to add that allowance. So from this 8.5 inch point, we are marking this side 1 inch. That is our dart intake. I press enter, then that one is done. We are done with that. Then the next thing that we're going to work on is the hip line. To the hip line, you're just going to get your hip measurements, which is this. Our hip is this, which is 42.75 divided by 4. So you still come here, 42.75 divided by 4, giving us 10.6. So I right click, then I type 10.6 like this. I press enter to complete. Since it's a basic skirt, let us add his allowance of 1 inch. 1 inch. I press enter. So that is his allowance. So still the measurements that I have here is what I'm going to square down here. So for claw, it communicates very well. I come here at my hem allowance line. I also mark. Now here I'm marking 11.6. I've already added it. I've already added my allowance to it, 11.6. Then I click OK. So this is what we have. Remember, this is an A-line cloth. You see how it is. This A-line cloth, it has to come extended like this. So now from this 10 inch, which is the hip measurements, divided by 4 plus 1 allowance, you're going to mark from this point outwards 6 inches. So 6 inches, we come back to our measurements. From this point, we're marking outwards 6 inches. So that means I'm going to mark it 6 inches like that. So after that, we're now going to connect these points together to create our side seam line like this. So I come to here, I activate internal polygon line, then I come at this point, I mark, then I mark. Excuse me, before we continue, we haven't added seam allowance to the waist. We only added that allowance. So you come back to the waist also, you add seam allowance of 1 inch. Don't forget to add seam allowances to your patterns. You can add as much seam allowance so that you don't get fabric shortage when sewing or joining these things together. It's better you add more, then you trim it after. Still, I come at the waistline also, I add my seam allowance of 1 inch. So already from the hem, we already extended it by 6 inches from this original point. So now this is what we have for our class. This is what we have. I come and I activate our internal polygon line, then I connect this, then I connect it to this, like that, to that. Then if it was a normal one, this is what we have, this point to this point, should be from that point to that point. That gives us that square from the bottom. Now we have finished to identify the seam, but now we cannot make it in this format. So that means we are going to shape our A-line skirt from the bottom to get this skirt type of shape. You see this shape here, you see this one that we moved up. We are going to shape it from the bottom, this one, you can see from the original pattern. This, we are going to shape it from the bottom. So we come to our pattern here, we mark we mark from here, we still go and activate add point, then mark upwards 1 inch. 1 inch. I connect. Then now I still activate internal polygon line, then I connect it back to this point like this. Boom. Very easy like that, as simple as that. So ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we have already finished to create the shape of this from the sides and the bottom. The next thing that we're going to do is to insert our dart intake, or dart, to insert our dart to the waistline. So we come to the waistline here. You remember our darts, we always consider apex to apex measurements. So for this avatar, apex to apex, from this apex to this apex point is 8.5 inches. So that is it, 8.5 inches from apex to apex. So now we get our 8.5 divided by 2. So 8.5 divided by 2 giving us, let us get the calculator. If you can, calculator, this is the calculator to help us. 8.5 divided by 2 giving us 4.25. So 4.25 inches. So now I'm going to come at this point, 4.25. Remember that you're going to sew it together. You get it? You're going to sew that afterwards. So that means you're going to get this plus 0.5, giving us now 4.75. So that's my dart from here, from this center front guideline. So I'm going to mark inwards 4.75 inches. I press enter. So this is my dart guideline. Then now let me make a dart line of 3.5 below. So the dart 3.5. That's enough. 3.5, it's enough. Then now from there, do you remember the dart that we added on our waistline, which was 1 inch, because we got the waist divided by 4, giving us 8.5, which was this point, plus 1 inch for the dart. Then now we added 1 inch for seam allowance. But now the 1 inch that we added here, we are going to shift it back to this line so that we shape our A-line skirt in this format. So that means this one is now our center of the dart. So from this center of the dart, I'm going to mark this side 0.5. Then also from this side, I'm going to mark 0.5. I press enter. Then now I activate my internal polygon line. Then I connect these points together like this to create my dart intake. I press enter. Now that's our dart. The next thing that we're going to work on is to work on the zip. You remember we are going to cut the zip for the, we are going to add the zip to the back. So this one only is our front. So we are going to cut we are drafting 2 in 1. We are drafting 2 in 1 pattern. So our zip allowance, we're going just to make it 1 inch from the center front. From the center back, we mark 1 inch. I press enter to complete the process. Then I come at the bottom also here. I mark 1 inch. I enter. I press enter to complete. Then now I connect this together like this. I press enter to complete the process. So as you can see, that is it. So this one is our, I forgot to label. This is our waistline, hip line. This is the hip line. Then this one is our hem allowance. So I don't want to inconvenience this original pattern of ours. Now I'm just going to do the tracing of this. So doing the tracing, you're just going to activate. You first highlight. Let me highlight only the back. I highlight the back. Highlight the back. All the lines that make up. I'm now going to go with this. Activate this. I highlight only the back. This. So that's our back. And now I come and click on trace. I activate it, then I come when it is still highlighted, I right click like this, then it pops up this. So I'm going to trace this as a pattern. I click OK, then you see it has traced it. So I take it to empty space here. I take it to this empty space. I release. Boom. Already this is our back part. Let me label it back part. Then now the next thing that we're going to do is to trace out the front. Remember, the front we are not going to add the zip, so we are going to only get this line. So that means we are picking this line. We are picking, activate this. We are picking this, 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 this one is not activating. This one, you make sure that all the internal lines, you highlight them so that it doesn't disturb when you're trying to trace out. So we have finished to highlight our front. So you still come and activate the trace tool, then right click, trace as a pattern. It has refused, so there is a problem somewhere. There is a problem somewhere, you see. It is not, that means the tracing is not all that good. So let us see where we did a mistake from. There is this space which we have left, which is this one. So I click on it. Now I trace as a pattern. Now this is complete. So I bring it to this side. Boom. So now we don't need this. Let us take it somewhere far from here, and then still not to inconvenience it, let us freeze it. So we freeze it so that when we are doing the simulation, our original pattern is not disturbed. So ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this is our front. This is the front. This is the front. Remember now, we make just the adjustments. Remove this. Remove this line. Remove. Let me just use the activate button, then I right click, extend there, and then this one also extend to pattern outline. Here those are lines. Then I'm going to delete this line, then this point, not to disturb us. I'm going to make it convert it to a straight line, so I'm deleting that point. So even here I'm deleting them, so even these points, these 2 points, I'm converting them so that they don't disturb when I'm doing the simulation or when I'm doing the stitching. So this one also, I do what? I convert them to a straight line. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the basic. And remember, when you're doing this, you can't leave it in this format. You can either create some kind of a curve, but for today, let us do as it is. So now Someone is calling me. No, Flavia Manik. Okay. Yellow, we have been instructed by users to restore internet. So internet is back. Okay. The watch is making noise. So ladies and gentlemen, these are our two patterns. These are our two patterns. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to see how we put these patterns to our avatar to sew them together. But before we proceed, let us create the waistband. So the waistband of our skirt is going to be 3 inches. So 3 inches, that's the width, and the length is going to be 34 inches. So you come to this shape tool, then you activate again the rectangle. Boom, you can still press S on your keyboard. So it is carrying my rectangle. When I left click anywhere, it pops up that window. So my waistband is going to be 34 inches. That's the width. Then the length of my waistband is going just to be 3 inches. Then I click enter to activate. So after activating it, I'm going to, since we are dealing with oval shapes or round circumferences, I'm going to make this in the format of a curve. So I choose fullness, then fullness line. There is fullness point and fullness line. So I activate fullness line, then I come at these points. It is even giving me the guidelines. I click here and then I drag it all like this. Dim, then I activate, then I come here also, I click, then it will pop up a window. Then in this window I'm going to make these adjustments. That means I'm going to do it from both sides. Then the distance, let me make it with negative 3.5, negative 3.5. I click enter. I click OK to complete the process. Give it time, it will load, and that is it. Now our waistband has taken a twist of that, as you see from the previous avatar that we made. This one, you see, this one, this waistband of ours, that is how it is also done. So now my people, we go back to our class. So this is it. Go back to our class. Now we are coming to put these things to the avatar. So the avatar already has some clothes with it. So we are going to trace where this pattern is, these clothes, and then we freeze them so that we don't get interferences when doing the simulation. So let us see where they are. This is the pattern. I right click all of it, and it has activated. Then I freeze. So when I freeze, that means whichever things that I will be doing to my avatar, nothing is going to be interfered. My clothes are going to remain intact, these internal clothes. So now the next thing that we're going to do this time round, we don't need, you remember, these are our patterns. You're seeing them, they are there. These are our patterns, they are there. So what we're going to do is we are going to put them on avatar. How? Let us only toggle to 3D window this time round. So these are our patterns. Remember, this one is our back pattern, then this one is our front. So we are going to get the front, and we put it to the front like this. And then for the back, let us put it first of all down. Then our waistband, the waistband is supposed to start from the front here. Then the back panel, we are taking it to the back. So we are taking it to the back. So I turn the back